What's happening, boys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be going over some Rangers transfer news. Not too much came out today, but enough to report, so yeah, we're going to get straight into it. And it's mostly Rangers outgoings today. A lot happened in the terms of outgoings, nothing much in the incomings, but yeah, let's get into it. First story, what reported about Ben Davies, one of our defenders. He does look like he is going to be departing Rangers, so yeah, let's see where he's going.
Okay, so this source comes from Mike Keegan. It says, expect Rangers defender Ben Davies to complete a season-long loan to Oxford United today.
So what do I think about this loan move for Ben Davies? Boys, I'm going to be real and I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even know this man was still at our club. I thought he'd moved on last season because obviously he went to Birmingham on a loan and I thought that was a permanent. Apparently it wasn't. Apparently it was a loan. Apparently he actually done really well at Birmingham. He tore it up. He played 44 games and he was getting good ratings and he looked pretty solid. So I mean, fair enough for him down there. He played well in League One, but they sent him back to us. So I don't know if that was just a loan without an option to buy or what. But this one is going to be an Oxford loan and it's going to be a season-long loan and he's going to go to the Championship. Oxford, no mugs, decent wee team, honestly. They survived the Championship last season when everyone thought they were going to get relegated, and yeah, I mean, they're starting to build something, so no mugs, decent wee team to go with. But Ben Davies, honestly, he's played 3 matches for Rangers in 24-25 season. Like, honestly, I didn't even know his man was still on our list of players. So let's be honest, why is this all loan? We should have just sold him. He came from us from Liverpool. Obviously, he had tons of loans previously that, but he did come to us from Liverpool. When we originally got Ben Davies, I genuinely thought it was a Tottenham one. I was going mental. It was brilliant, and I found out it was not. It was not the Tottenham one. But yeah, it is what it is. Ben Davies just hasn't worked out here. He does no longer have a place here. The football style is completely different. I do not know why we've loaned him. This should have just been a straight transfer. I don't know if that's a thing on Oxford's part where they can't afford him or something like that, but I'm assuming they probably could have. But he has went on a loan, and realistically it should be a transfer. He is just dead weight here. He's one of them players we should have got rid of. But it is what it is, and yeah, Ben Davies is away to Oxford on a season-long loan. Hopefully, doesn't return. I'm hoping there's some option to buy or something, but by the looks of it, there's not. So he's coming back to us at the end of the season. Why? Yeah, but anyways, that's all I've got to say about Ben Davies to Oxford. Good move for him. He'll get game time. But yeah, that's what it is. The next piece of news also comes about another Rangers departure, and this time it is Jose Fuentes. He's looking like he is going to be on the move, and yeah, let's see where he's going.
Okay, so this is an official club statement from Rangers saying, today we can confirm Jose Fuentes has joined Toronto FC on a season-long loan with an option to buy. Everyone at Rangers wishes Jose well in Canada.
Okay, so what do I think about his loan move for Jose Fuentes to Toronto? Honestly, I think it's a perfect move for him. He goes back to the MLS, where Rangers bought him from. Rangers originally bought Jose Fuentes from LAFC, and we bought him for around 1.2 million, which isn't bad at all, considering what we might be getting from Toronto if they decide to trigger this option to buy, which is around $2 million US, which I'm pretty sure is about 1.5 million pounds. I'm not too sure on the conversion, but I'm pretty sure it is a profit, so I do not mind that at all. So Fuentes just really hasn't worked out at Rangers. He's been on 2 loans this past season. He's been to Arrons, which is out in Brazil, and then I think to ASK Larnaca or something. I believe that's Cyprus. But it's just not worked out. It really hasn't for Cifuentes at Rangers. We just need to get him gone. And this loan move, I'm going to assume, will be triggered. The option to buy at the end of the season, which I don't mind at all because it is a profit, and somehow with a player who hasn't played for us for 2 seasons, if we make a profit of him, that's brilliant. But yes, Cifuentes is just one of them ones that really has not worked out at Rangers. A past era, and the era's now gone. We're now in a new era, new midfield, and our midfield is completely solid. I just don't ever see him getting back into it, which is very unfortunate for him. But he goes back to the MLS, and that is familiar territory to him. And for those who might be wondering, why am I talking about Toronto in the MLS? Obviously it's in Canada. Why am I talking about the MLS? It's because Toronto and Vancouver Whitecaps are in the MLS. The reason this is because they were formed before the Canadian League was formed, and then the USA just accepted them essentially. It's like, oh, Canadians big dogs, and then they just let them in essentially. Kind of like how in the Championship, Swansea, Cardiff, Wrexham are all in the Championship in England and not the Welsh League essentially. But yeah, I just thought I'd explain that just for people who may be like, what am I on? Talking about the MLS in Canada as the same league, but yeah, it is. It's just a format. But yeah, great move for Cifuentes all in all, and hopefully Rangers get a nice wee profit out of this. But yeah, that's all I've got to say about Joseph Cifuentes. And the next piece of news I want to talk about is about a target of Rangers. This time it's not an outgoing. We are looking to bring someone in, and this boy looks like he could be a star. We are looking to be targeting Carl Enyong from Villarreal. So yeah, let's have a look.
Okay, so this source comes from African Foot, and it says Carl Enyong targeted by Glasgow Rangers. Villarreal reject loan and demand more than $5 million for the Cameroon striker. 19 goals in the reserve, a decisive transfer in sight.
I think about Rangers moving in for this young Cameroon Starboy Carl Enyong. Villarreal have made it very clear they want $5 million for him, and I think Rangers might pay this one. I genuinely do. The 49ers money might come into play here, and we might bring him in because he is a striker. And what is Rangers calling out for? A striker. We need a striker. The only thing that gives me a little bit of hesitation on this one is that I don't know if Eggman's staying at this point. The window is getting really close to being closed. And is Eggman going to stay another year? Because he's not just going to sit on the bench for a year. And it would be really positive for him against Club Brugge. But Carl Enyong, this is a brilliant option. He's only 20, he was born in 2003, and his birthday isn't until later this year in October, which makes him 20. He's a young talent, and don't get me wrong, he is a player as well. He has scored 19 goals in 30 games for the reserves, and don't get me wrong, it is the reserves, and we can't overlook that. But as he's moved up to the first team, he had 4 games, scored 1 goal last season, and which is good return for being such a young player. And this season he started off really well, 1 game, 1 goal. And one thing I've seen a lot of comparisons by a lot of the Villarreal fans is that they're comparing him with Nicholas Jackson. Now, I'm a Chelsea fan, and I love Nicholas Jackson in terms of how he plays. Although he is going to be sold, and we all know this is going to happen, I was a Nicholas Jackson fan until I die. He is incredible in my opinion. I just think he just can't shoot, which is unfortunate. But Carl Enyong, this could be an insane move if he's getting Nicholas Jackson comparisons, because we all know what Nicholas Jackson was like at Villarreal. This is why Chelsea bought him. But yeah, I am very interested to see where this one goes, and if Rangers are going to cough up the money, because we have already had a loan rejected, which, I mean, that's not great, but it is what it is. It shows we are interested in the player, and I do not mind this at all, because we do need a striker, as I have stated, and the fans have stated, and the club has stated. We really do need a striker. But yeah, this is a interesting one that I'm very happy to see go through, and if it doesn't, we're not too bothered, but I'd love to see how this player develops just in general. Cameroon look like they may have a Starboy on their hands. Can Rangers secure the Starboy? I really hope so. But yeah, that's all I've got to say about Carl Jr. This is one of those ones where this could be a really good purchase, especially with our wingers up top. This is one that I want to see go through. And the next thing I'll report is about Ridvan Yilmaz. He's finally got his move. It is looking like this is going to be done in the next day, maybe day or two. I'm of course talking about him going to Besiktas. I'm not even going to really get into it too much. I'm just going to put it on screen, and then we'll have a quick talk about it.
Okay, so this comes out, and I'm pretty sure it's an official club statement by Besiktas. I'm not 100% sure, this could be a fan account. But it says Ridvan Yilmaz, a product of our football academy and son of our community, with whom we have started transfer negotiations and has arrived in Istanbul to continue and undergo a medical.
So what do I think about Ridvan Yilmaz to Besiktas? Finally, boys, get the bloody party poppers out, celebrate. The saga's over. Finally. It feels like it's been 2 years since this saga begun, and it's finally over. It's looking like he is going to get his medical and become a Besiktas player once again. But yeah, I've seen a lot of backlash on this move from Besiktas fans, saying he's a traitor, big snake. I seen this coming, I really did. I talked about this when I first seen them going back to Besiktas earlier in this window when it was rediscussed. And I said, what are the fans going to react like? Because he went to Rangers and now he's came back. So what's realistically going to be the reaction? Is it going to be like you've came back with tail between your legs? But yeah, he is officially back at Besiktas by the looks of it, unless he fails his medical exam. God forbid he doesn't do that. But yeah, it's looking like Ridvan Yilmaz is going to depart Rangers finally after the saga is completed, and no hard feelings to Ridvan Yilmaz. He's done well while he's here. I'm just glad this saga is finally over, because it's all that's been in my feed for Rangers news, and that's about it. But yeah, hopefully that one dies out and we'll get some proper stories, and my sources will give me more than what Ridvan Yilmaz is giving me. But yeah, finally it's over. Good luck to Ridvan. He has been a great servant to Rangers when he was here. But yeah, that's all. And the final thing I want to report is about Max Arrons. He came out after the Club Brugge game with a statement, and yeah, I want to have a look at it and discuss it.
Okay, so it says Max Arrons admitted he could feel the pressure and the weight of the Ibrox stands as the Club Brugge storm to victory. The right back is confident that their tie is there to be won heading into the second leg. He outlined this in his statement, and this is what Max Arrons actually had to say for himself. It says, when the boys play without that pressure, we play freely. I feel we can hurt anyone. There is fullness belief in myself and the team that we can go and win these games.
So what do I think about this Max Arrons statement after the Club Brugge game? I'm going to be honest, this is not the mentality we should be showing. Max Arrons just came out and said, we play better under no pressure. What are you on about? What are you on about? Play better under no pressure? Anyone could go and say that. Like, that's just a pure excuse for a bad game. To be honest, there's a good old famous saying that pressure makes diamonds, and if you're not going to crack under the pressure, mate, you need to get out. I'm sorry, you're not built for Rangers. If you're feeling pressure under one game, under two games, you're just not built for us. It's just what it is. We are a team that we hold a lot of pressure. We need to win games. We want to win games. Like, you're not ever going to play under no pressure. Like, that's just a stupid thing to say. Of course you'll play better under no pressure. Everyone would. But I don't get this from Max Arrons. He does say he believes we can win any games. That's just delusional. At this point, like, what is he on about? And from what I've seen of Max Arrons, I just don't think he's a quality player that we need. He's really fallen out of favour in my opinion. I think Tavernier starts over him in our next game. But yeah, Max Arrons, that is a poor statement to come out with. And that is all the Rangers transfer news I have to report today. That being Ben Davies, Carleta Enyong, Fuentes, and Ridvan Yilmaz, and then the added bonus of Max Arrons' statement. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Helps with the growth. As we all know, I'm not even going to get into it. I'm just going to save it. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, thanks for watching. I've been DJD, and that's it. Right to it in a minute.